Hello, and thank you for joining me here at Take Five with Day Five. Hey, that's me. Another great accomplishment by a dynamic African American woman. Ketanji Brown Jackson was appointed to the Supreme Court.
To her confirmation as the first Black woman on the nation's highest court, all in a single generation. Jeff Bennett spoke with Justice Jackson earlier today in New York about her memoir, Lovely One.
Justice Jackson, thanks so much for speaking with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
This book, your memoir, what comes through is how your story is such a uniquely American story, a real powerful testament to this country's progress. And you write about how your parents are the products of segregation, but they poured into you. And what strikes me about your story is that they poured into you with such powerful and purposeful effort and deliberate intention. What values did they impart that really helped guide your life and your professional journey?
Well, as I said, thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to talk about the book and talk about my parents, who really did instill values like hard work and love of country, love of self. They had a fierce pride in our African American identity, which comes up in my name. The book is called Lovely One because that is the English translation of my African name, given name, Ketanji Onika. And my parents, I just wanted to be so much like them when I was little. My father went back to law school when I was 3, 4 years old. And I remember him studying, and that was one of my earliest memories. And my parents were educators originally when I was born. And so the idea of the importance of education and working hard and striving to achieve something all come from my parents.
As the first Black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court, how do you perceive your role in the broader context of American history and progress?
Well, it definitely demonstrates progress, I think. So many people have received my appointment in that light. I'm the first Black woman, as you say, but not the first Black woman who could have done this job. I think about Constance Baker Motley, who I talk about in the book and who was a role model for me. She was the first African-American federal judge, and she argued something like 11 cases in the Supreme Court. But she grew up and came up in a time in which it wouldn't have been possible for her to be appointed to the court. And so I feel so fortunate to be in this position, and it shows the progress that we've made as a country.
What does being a first mean in practical terms?
Well, I think it means that we are moving now to a time in which anyone has the opportunity to do what they want to do in our society. And I hope that seeing my appointment would be motivational for children, just like Judge Motley was motivational for me. Well, I'm an optimist.
Thank you for joining me here at Take Five with Day Five. Be blessed.